Back in my bedroom today for my third day of the Vlog Everyday in February project. I prefer the word project than challenge. And I've been thinking about what I wanted to share with you today all day long. And it's not an easy one, but it's something I've been asked a few times in the past few months. And I've been inspired by the other women sharing in this project today, and decided maybe it was time to share about my journey in health and body image issues, and how I did manage to almost completely fall back in love with myself. It may sound weird, but I do believe with time that you can't fully love anyone if you don't start with yourself. And I'm not saying that in a way like, oh, I'm so amazing and look at me, I'm pretty and blah blah blah, because no, absolutely not. It's just about, to me anyway, embracing what you look like, what your body is made of, what makes you happy, and just knowing that you don't have to fit in. Yes, you don't have to fit in. Just be comfortable within your own skin. And this is hard. This is so fucking hard. Like, really. And I'm not there yet. Like, no, I'm not there yet. I'm on the good way to be there. But just doing my best, and I do believe it's choice after choice and day after day that we can do it. We can do it. I can do it. And so I've been asked, because I shared a few days ago a like comparison picture of me 1 year ago and me now, and I said something like, I can't believe what 1 year difference it can make. And I did lose about a bit more than 10 kilos, about 12 kilos, which is, I guess, between 20 and 24 pounds in a year. And I was asked, how did you do it? And first thing first, it's a long journey. I'm one of these person who is an emotional eater. So when I'm stressed, when I'm bored, when I'm anxious, when something is not working the way I want it to work, when I just eat my emotions. And as you can see, I'm not black, I'm not white, I'm what I call an half and half. And my mom is white and my father is, we'll say black, but he's not like dark black. But I grew up as an only child, raised only by my mom. So I was like the black child in a white family. And for years as a kid, I kept begging my mom to tell me the truth, that I was adopted. Like, tell me, I'm ready to know. Like, tell me I was adopted. And she said, no. And she showed me pictures and no, I'm sure it was another baby. It was because, you know, kids sometimes can be mean even when not wanting to be. And for so many years I was asked, oh, were you adopted? No. My mom is my mom. And so it was hard to find my place in my family, even if I was, and I guess still, loved for who I was. Nobody knew my father, like nobody had met him before, so he was kind of ghost, I guess. And it was hard to fit in my own family for me. And I was picked on a lot about my hair because I had, you know, what I call the Jackson 5 hair for years and years. And my mom was, the easiest way was to just do one, what should have been a ponytail but was like a big gigantic pom-pom. I should try to find a picture and put it on the blog. And you know, when I showed a picture to my girls now, they are smiling and laughing, saying, "Oh, is that you, Mom? Your hair was so funny." Yeah, no, no funny. No funny at all. At all. And I'm not tall. I'm not tall. So I've been chunky, I would say. And it started, I guess, when I was a teenager. Yeah. I try to remember. My mom worked long hours and worked at night, so it was kind of easy to lie about what I was eating, because we always in the morning say, okay, you have this ready for tonight and things like that. But I know with, you know, now that I did lie, saying, yeah, I did eat, when no. It was just easier not to eat. And when I went after high school, I moved out at 18 to live on my own in a small studio far from home, and no money, so I had to pay the rent. And just, I loved cooking, like I really loved cooking. I always had, but it was one thing I could choose not to eat. I was really thin then. When I see the pictures now, see, yeah, that was me. I was 48 kilos, I don't know in pounds. So, but I was loving it, like I was feeling feminine and everything, but I was not happy. I was binge eating on Nutella with a spoon, and this is still my drug of choice. People love when I say I need a detox in Nutella, because in 2005, after we moved from Nantes to Toulouse, so in France, I just had my baby girl, and I don't know, I ate to myself in 3 weeks 3 kilos of Nutella. You know these gigantic jars? Yeah. Not proud of that. Not proud. And so, and 4 years ago I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia, and it became my excuse not to move, my excuse to be sad, my excuse to be angry. It was kind of the refuge, like, it's not my fault, I'm sick, I can't move, I can't go for a walk, I just can't. And I still have fibromyalgia, and I do move, and I did change, and I did lose all the weight, and it's so easy to find the excuse. So easy to find the excuse. And so what did I do? Well, I am not fitting in any diet box, because I'm like a living paradox. And for example, I would love to be vegan, like my ideal, I would be vegan, but then in the meantime I noticed that my body really doesn't like gluten, even if I'm not allergic or anything. I avoid gluten as much as possible, but I'm not freaking out about it either. And being vegan and gluten-free, no, it would be crazy, in my opinion. So what I did is I decided that every single day, 5 days a week, I would walk fast, not just, So I did notice that, again, back to the excuse, I get myself ready to go as soon as my girls are in the school bus. So I get them ready, but I am ready too. I have my iPod with me, I have my running shoes, I have my phone, because I use the Google thing on my phone that will, with the GPS, tell me how long I've walked for, how far, how long, the pace, and things like that. And I have the Fitbit thing too, I need a motivation. And the walk in the morning is now part of what makes me start my day. Like, I really need the walk in the morning. If I don't, I noticed afterwards in my day that I feel like grumpy, and yeah, I need the walk in the morning. I wish I would run, but I don't. So need to be okay with that too. And so I walk, and I do not exercise other than that. Sometimes I do you can see, I have an upright bike, but I don't use it much. But so moving, I think that, and the more I move, the less my body aches, because fibromyalgia is the constant pain everywhere. The bones burn, the muscles are sore, the nerves go crazy, and sometimes the first like 10 minutes are a pain in the ass, like really, really painful. But I know that it's just one step after the other, literally one step after the other. Just keep moving, just keep going, just do it every single day. Find that thing that is challenging but makes you happy, whatever it is. It can be 15 minutes on your bike, it can be running, it can be just doing your chores in the house. Like, I know that, for example, vacuuming, it takes a lot of, sweat. So I decided to move every day, except when it's really raining, because it gets slippery, and it's my only good excuse. And then food-wise, so I told you I'm a living paradox. So what I do is I am not 100% gluten-free, but almost. I decided to go back to the kitchen and cook my meals and cook for the family as much as possible. So what we do now with my husband is we carve a chunk of time on the Sundays, every Sunday, to just prep for the week. So it's ready to go. And for my lunch, what I do is I will prepare it when I do everybody else's lunch in the morning. I will do mine as well. So I have no excuse not to eat. And I have no excuse to eat something I will feel guilty about, because I didn't know what else to do. because sometimes it's that too. It's, oh, I don't know what to eat, I'll just grab whatever. And usually the whatever is bad. But, and I don't, I try, as for the gluten, to avoid refined sugar, like heavily processed sugar. And so I'm not paleo, but some of the concept, like they don't have glutens, they don't have refined sugar, and I discovered a lot of new food that I really like. So, and it brought me back to my passion for food and cooking. I used to have a big blog when we were in France, and I was blogging about meals, and it was always finding something new to do, and it was really exciting, but it's very time consuming now, so I don't do it anymore. Sometimes I wish I would have continued, and but then the question would be in French or in English or whatever. So no gluten, no refined sugar, as much raw vegetables as possible. So this is why usually my lunch is a big salad. But I don't want it to get boring, even if I'm the kind of people who will be able to eat the same damn thing every day for 2 weeks just because it's good and makes me happy. I have no issue with that. And I have lunch alone, so who cares if I eat the same that thing every single day? So usually I do easy. I love butter lettuce and tomatoes, mushrooms. We do our own dressing. My husband's dressing is the best salad dressing you'll ever have, honestly, so he's in charge of that. I love using nutritional yeast. I do love a bit of cheese, but good cheese, like go for the good ones. Not always, but that olives and what you like. Tell me, what's your favorite one? I would love to have new ideas. So usually that's that. And for a while we did smoothie for dinner, just my husband and I, and that was nice too. But I found that it's a lot of sugar for before sleeping. So I do smoothies though, but like in the morning instead of for dinner. But it's good once in a while to replace a meal with a smoothie, as long as it's mostly greens and not just fruit. I will add some links in the blog post for my favorite cookbooks and blogs to follow to find recipe. I love rice. I think I was Japanese in a previous life. I could eat Japanese all the time, but it's soy and sugar and rice. So I try to restrain myself. What do I do? I don't even know, because it's so it's my new normal. But I think that once you find what works for you, just go for it. And losing all that weight was a blessing, but it's not easy every day, because even now I don't always recognize that new me in the mirror. And no one talks about that. I would see myself in the mirror and say, "Whoa, oh yes, that's me. That's me." And I like me. I don't love me yet, but I like me, and that's huge. So I hope this helps, and talk to you tomorrow.